Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jules Emily here, and before you go any further in this video, please don't forget to join the Jules Emily family. So the first products that I'm going to use today are the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Kit, and these are it right here. So I do have a dedicated brow video using this brow kit if you guys would like to see it, but I kind of do my brows a little bit different than that video now. I'm kind of on the trendy brow type of vibe. So the first one that I'm going to take is the Micro Precise Tint Brow Gel, and this one is in the color dark brown. So this is the tip right here. I'm just going to use this to just brush up my brow hairs. Just like so. I'm going to go in with my brow freeze, and then I'm just going to put this right here. I think this is the brow freeze. I'm not quite sure what this is because the label's gone. This is just a clear gel. And once I apply this and I do this, it's supposed to stay in one place. Just give it a bit of time to dry. One thing I must say, I have found better products that I like to use that makes my brows dry instantly. I did fall in love with this product when I first used it, but then I was just getting into these type of products. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to use my brow pencil, but I'm not going to do too much. This is what the tip looks like for those who are wondering. I'm just going to fill in the end part. For concealer, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Skin Radiant Concealer, and this is in the shade 11 Tan. Now that I've done that and I'm looking a little bit scary, I'm just going to go and blend that out using my sponge. And right now, I typically go in with my P. Louise base, but I'm just gonna continue using the concealer. So I'm just gonna apply that on my lid. And I'm gonna go for a nice natural soft glam using the Charlotte Tilbury products that I do own. So I'm just gonna use the sponge one more time to just quickly pat this out. Disasters. My baby has been around for me. And it's supposed to look like this. Now I'm going to take my bronzer, and with that being said, I'm going to take my bronzer in the shade 4 Deep. I'm just going to do this, doing a C shape just to define my eye shape a bit. And no, I have not set the concealer. I'm using this first transition shade to do so for me. Then I'm going to take my airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade 3, which looks like this. I'm just gonna use that on top to make it look a bit more smoother. And the brush that I'm using is a P. Louise brush, and this one is 243. Just like so. Just going for a super soft glam. Then I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and this one is the Magic Star highlighter, and this is it right here. You can see that I've made a little bit of dent with this highlighter because it's a really good highlighter, by the way. Yeah, so just gonna take the highlighter. I'm just taking it on a round brush because I don't want a defined cut crease. I'm just applying that on the lid. Now that this is complete, super soft glam, and it's super easy to achieve using the products that you already have, so you don't have to go and splurge on her eyeshadow, because that's one thing you're not going to catch me doing. I'm not going to spend £40 on 4 shades. That's one thing you won't see me buy from Charlotte Tilbury. £10 per shadow. No. So heading right onto my face, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. As you all know, this is my all-time favorite. So I finally took the step and just went for the 30ml. When I say a little bit goes a long way, and this is the amount that I usually use. So just applying that there and here. And I'm gonna take the Magic Serum Elixir. And this right here, the two of them work so nice together. Okay, I'm not really getting out any product. And this is almost finished. Even this one a little bit goes a long way. Next thing I'm going to take is the Charlotte Tilbury Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer. Now I have a tremendously, I wouldn't say tremendously, but I have oily skin. And this product right here does not work for me, and for the price point, instead of me wasting it, I'm just going to use it. What I don't like about this product is that my makeup tends to separate throughout the day. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use it. And by the way, this does have SPF 50 in it. So they do say to use a generous amount. One thing I do love though, it does not leave a white cast. Even though it has SPF in it. And it gives a nice little glow to the skin, something I'm just realizing, to be honest. For foundation today, I'm going to take one of my favorite foundation, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. As you can see, I'm almost finished, and this is my second bottle. The shade that I'm in is 14 Warm. You can kind of see how it's almost finished, and this one is not my favorite at all, especially for my oily skin, etc. I have not worn it for a long period of time to see how it works for oily skin, but I did not like the formula because it's not as full coverage as this. But seeing that this has just been sitting there for a hot minute, I'm going to use it. And this one is in 14 Neutral, and you can also see that it's pretty dark for me compared to this one. So I'm just going to mix the two together. And this is what it looks like, 14 Neutral. Just going to take 2 pumps of that, shaking up this. Not that there's much to shake up, but you can see the two of them side by side. They do not correlate across the border. I'm just going to apply this on my skin. And so far together, they do not look terrible. The two of them look very nice together. And it does look way darker in person though. But on camera, it's picking up a bit lighter. Probably due to the lights. but the coverage is looking pretty good. So I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, and this one is 11 tan once again. And I'm just gonna highlight the areas that I usually do. This concealer, I'm not head over heels for it, to be honest. For the longer one, the one in the tube, will insert a picture. Wish the formula was the same, but in this packaging with a bigger doe foot applicator. And by the way, these shades do not correspond across the border. For a cream contour, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun Kiss Glow Bronzer, and this one is in 3 tan, and it looks like this. And this is definitely one of my top picks from Charlotte Tilbury if you guys are planning to pick up anything from watching this video. This is definitely a good investment. You can use the shade darker if you guys do prefer, but once again, I do prefer a natural bronzified face, if that makes any form of sense, whereas in someone else may like it way darker. Once again, this is definitely in my top 5 if you're planning to pick up anything from Charlotte Tilbury. So far, I would definitely recommend the foundation. Once you find your perfect shade, you will fall in love with the formula, and this for sure so far. Just gonna blend out this cream bronzer, and look how easy that blends into the skin. Like, I need to say anything more? Just look at that. Look at that blend. Gives an effortless blend. Then blending out my concealer using my June & Co sponge. Now that the concealer has sit for a bit, taking the foundation brush, not putting any product on it, just to blend out the edges, making sure we have a seamless blend. To set my concealed areas, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury brightening powder, and that is this one right here. But once again, going in with the Tan to Deep brightening powder. It's more so like a yellow powder. Taking this right here, and just applying. By the way, you can use a different powder underneath and then go in with this one if you would like. But look at the difference. Very beautiful powder. On the next slide. You can see how airbrushed my skin is looking so far. The next thing that I'm going to take is my bronzer. This right here is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. This bronzer comes in 4 shades. It's not a wide shade range, but it blends beautifully on the skin. Let's just look at this. And a little bit goes a long way. By the way, this is in the shade 4. Let's look at that. I don't go too ham with this because it is a bit darker than what I'm used to going in with. But I love the undertone, I love the coverage, I love what it gives. Look how beautiful my skin is looking so far. Flawless. The next item I'm going to go in is the airbrush flawless powder, and I'm going to take the shade number 4 to set the rest of my face. Now I can go in with 4 or number 3. And in the summertime, I do tend to just mix the two. By the way, this is number 3 and this is number 4. So I can go in and mix both. And this is a highly, highly recommended product from what I've used today. A highly recommended product. I'd rate this 1,000 if I could, out of 100. Like 1,000. Because look at the finish. Okay, so this is number 4, number 3, and the brightening powder. And this is number 2. So that's number 2 against the brightening powder. I did have number 2 in this size, but I did end up giving it to my aunt because really and truly I don't usually use that color that much, because when I was using number 2 under my eyes, I realized it was oxidizing. So oxidizing meaning it was getting a bit darker than what I usually like. So I did end up getting this, which is the mini size, in a Christmas bundle deal, I believe. I do have a video when I showed you guys these. Okay, now that my face is set, I'm going to take the blush, and I have 2 of the blushes right here. I don't remember which one this is. It's either Pillow Talk or, yeah, I think this one is Pillow Talk or Something Intense for darker complexion. Yeah, so you guys can see the blush right there. This one is mixed with the both of them, and it does have a shimmer part in the middle. And then this one right here is Walk of No Shame, but I didn't realize that this is a shimmer all around. It has quite a sheen to it comparing to this one, so I don't tend to use that one that much, but I'm gonna go in with this one right now for you guys to see. Just applying that right here. And this is a beautiful blush, by the way. You can see the sheen that it has as well. You don't really need a highlighter after applying. Oh my gosh, guys, I totally forgot to use this, but you can use it over your foundation, with your foundation, or under your foundation. And by the way, this is in 6.7 for those who are wondering. I totally forgot about it. So this is it. and it gives a lovely glow from within. Going back in with the blush, I've applied the blush on this side, just doing the same on this side. And this is a nice colored blush. I should actually use it more often because I've parked this, I'm not gonna lie. I've legit parked it. Just making sure there's no harsh lines and everything is blended out seamlessly. Okay, I think for the face, this is last but not least, I believe. This is the highlighter once again, and this is the Magic Star highlighter. And this is it. Very blinding. So going in with this. Look at how blinding that highlighter is. And there's no cast. So you can see, there's no cast. See? A beautiful highlighter. Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to set my face. And to set my face, I'm going to use my Holy Grail. Holy Grail. Highly recommend this. And this is the setting spray. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. And they meant that. Guys, I'm in love with my face beat so far. Like, please do comment down below and let me know what you guys think. But onto the lips. Lip liner, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in 3 Intense. For lipstick of choice, I'm going to take my Yes Honey from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is in the Kissing section, which is a moisturizing one, like a satin finish with the sheen finish. And to top that off, I'm going to go in with the Refresh Rose. Hey guys, so we've now reached the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this full face of Charlotte Tilbury products. Like, she has one of the best, especially if you can get your hands on at least one item from the top 5 that I've mentioned. Glorious, at least one. Marvelous. Bye until next time.